Shalom, family. I'll be reading from the Sefer Bible, 1 Maccabees, chapter 5, 19 to 68. Unto whom he gave commandments, saying, Take you the charge of this people, and see that you make not war against the heathen until the time that we come again. Now unto Shimon were given 3,000 men to go into Galilee, and unto Yahudah 8,000 men for the country of Gilead. Then went Shimon into Galilee, where he fought many battles with the heathen, so that the heathen were discomfited by him. And he pursued them unto the gate of Acco, and there were slain of the heathen about 3,000 men, whose spoils he took. And those that were in Galilee and in Arbatis, with their women and their children, and all that they had, took he away with him, and brought them into Yahudah with great joy. Yahudah Maccabee also and his brother Jonathan went over the Jordan, and travelled 3 days' journey in the wilderness, where they met with the Nabathim, who came unto them in a peaceable manner, and told them everything that had happened to their brethren in the land of Gilead, and how that many of them were shut up in Bozorah, and Beor, and Elima, Casphor, Maged, and Ashtaroth Karnaim. All these cities are strong and great, and that they were shut up in the rest of the cities of the country of Gilead, and that against tomorrow they had appointed to bring their host against the forts, and to take them, and to destroy them all in one day. Hereupon Yahudah and his host turned suddenly by the way of the wilderness unto Bozorah. And when he had won the city, he slew all the males with the edge of the sword, and took all their spoils, and burned the city with fire, from whence he removed by night, and went till he came to the fortress. And early in the morning they looked up, and behold, there was an innumerable people bearing ladders and other engines of war to take the fortress, for they assaulted them. When Yahudah therefore saw that the battle was begun, and that the cry of the city went up to heaven with shofars and a great sound, he said unto his host, Fight this day for your brethren. So he went forth behind them in 3 companies, who sounded their shofars and cried with prayer. Then the host of Timotheus, knowing that it was Yahudah Maccabee, fled from him. Wherefore he smote them with a great slaughter, so that there were killed of them that day about 8,000 men. This done, Yahudah turned aside to Mizpah, and after he had assaulted it, he took and slew all the males therein, and received the spoils thereof, and burnt it with fire. From thence went he, and took Casphor, Magad, Beor, and the other cities of the country of Gilead. After these things gathered Timotheus another host, and encamped against Raphon beyond the brook. So Yahudah sent men to espy the host, who brought him word, saying, All the heathen that be round about us are assembled unto them, even a great host. He has also hired the Aravim to help them, and they have pitched their tents beyond the brook, ready to come and fight against you. Upon this Yahudah went to meet them. Then Timotheus said unto the captain of his host, When Yahudah and his host come near the brook, if he passes over first unto us, we shall not be able to withstand him, for he will mightily prevail against us. But if he be afraid and camp beyond the river, we shall go over unto him and prevail against him. Now when Yahudah came near the brook, he caused the scribes of the people to remain by the brook, unto whom he gave commandment, saying, Suffer no man to remain in the camp, but let all come to the battle. So he went first over unto them, and all the people after him. Then all the heathen, being discomfited before him, cast away their weapons, and fled unto the temple that was at Ashtaroth Karnaim. But they took the city, and burned the temple with all that were therein. Thus was Ashtaroth Karnaim subdued, neither could they stand any longer before Yahudah. Then Yahudah gathered together all Yasharal that were in the country of Gilead, from their least unto the greatest, even their women, and their children, and their stuff, a very great host, to the end they might come into the land of Yahudah. Now when they came unto Ephron, this was a great city in the way as they should go, very well fortified. They could not turn from it, either on the right hand or the left, but must pass through the midst of it. Then they of the city shut them out and stopped up the gates with stones. Whereupon Yahudah sent unto them in peaceable manner, saying, Let us pass through your land to go into our own country, and none shall do you any hurt. We will only pass through on foot. Howbeit they would not open unto him. Wherefore Yahudah commanded a proclamation to be made throughout the host, that every man should pitch his tent in the place where he was. So the soldiers pitched and assaulted the city all that day and all that night, till at the length the city was delivered into his hands, who then slew all the males with the edge of the sword, and razed the city, and took the spoils thereof, and passed through the city over them that were slain. After this they went over the Jordan into the great plain before Beit San. And Yahudah gathered together those that came behind, and exhorted the people all the way through, till they came into the land of Yahudah. So they went up to Mount Zion with joy and gladness, where they offered ascending smoke offerings, because not one of them was slain until they had returned in peace. Now what time as Yahudah and Jonathan were in the land of Gilead, and Shimon his brother in Galilee before Acco, Yoceph the son of Zakaryahu and Azaryahu, captains of the garrisons, heard of the valiant acts and warlike deeds which they had done. Wherefore they said, Let us also get us a name, and go fight against the heathen that are round about us. So when they had given charge unto the garrison that was with them, they went towards Yavneel. Then came Gorgias and his men out of the city to fight against them. And so it was that Yoceph and Azaryahu were put to flight, and pursued unto the borders of Yahudah. And there were slain that day of the people of Yasharal about 2,000 men. Thus was there a great overthrow among the children of Yasharal, because they were not obedient unto Yahudah and his brethren, but thought to do some valiant act. Moreover, these men came not of the seed of those by whose hand deliverance was given unto Yasharal. Howbeit the man Yahudah and his brethren were greatly renowned in the sight of all Yasharal, and of all the heathen, wheresoever their name was heard of, so much so as the people assembled unto them with joyful acclamations. Afterwards went Yahudah forth with his brethren, and fought against the children of Esau in the land toward the Negev, where he smote Chevron and the towns thereof, and pulled down the fortress of it, and burned the towers thereof round about. From thence he removed to go into the land of the Pelishtim, and passed through Shomeron. At that time certain priests, desirous to show their valour, were slain in battle, for that they went out to fight unadvisedly. So Yahudah turned to Ashdod in the land of the Pelishtim, and when he had pulled down their altars and burned their carved images with fire, and spoiled their cities, he returned into the land of Yahudah. I pray that you will meditate on his words with a soft heart. I hope you will repent and join the journey in becoming a witness for Yah. May Yahuwah be with you. Shalom.